Right, welcome back. And before we go to that interview of the health crisis that is looming in the country, I'd like us to have a look at education and matters education, where students continue reporting back to school. Most schools in Meru seem to be complying with the COVID-19 protocols, but only face the challenge of inadequate infrastructure, making social distancing elusive. Now, Sport Check by KTN News at Meru reveals that schools have put in place almost all requirements, except the fact that the classrooms may not hold all learners in compliance with the new regulations. Let's take a look.
Well, this is at the Meru school here, of course, one of the biggest schools in Meru County. And as you can see that the boys are returning back gradually. It seems quite a gradual process here. And I'm here with my colleague Edwin, and he'll just be following me up here. And so you can see the boys are already here, queuing here, where the procedures, of course, are going through all the procedures being conducted by their teachers here, the temperatures being taken here. And then they are taken through, of course, the normal procedures here, where the boys are normally checked here, of course, if they are carrying any illegals. Of course, every school has its own rules and regulations. So from this point here, I'll be followed, of course, with my colleague here still. They are, of course, still taken here to another point here, where they key in and ensure that they are actually captured in the school system. It's quite electronic. And so once they are done with their keying in with their thumbs here, the message is sent to their parents back home to just ensure and ascertain that they have reported in school. The same message is actually sent to the school database, and we've been informed here by the school administration, of course, the deputy principal here, Joseph Gitari, that the information is normally captured by of course, sent to the parents and also captured in the school data to just ascertain that the students are safe and sound in school. And so from this point, they are then taken to this table here. You can see no new school uniforms here. They are being given, of course, here they have to pay for it, but they have been cut to fit the different sizes, because remember that the 10 months that they have been away, they have really added weight, and so they have to be catered for. From these points, they are taken to all these tables here. You can see their teachers here just checking to ensure that they do not carry any illegals to school. Of course, all schools have their rules and regulations, so the teachers just take them through all these checking is here to ensure that they carry only things that are supposed to be allowed in school. And so remember that the population is over 1,500. It's a national school. It's an 8-streamed school. And so we've also talked to the deputy principal in charge of academic affairs in this school, Joseph Gitari. If you could just allow me to key in his sound as to what he informed us in the morning as to how they really just conduct their business here.
We have put enough measures according to the protocols of the Ministry of Health. From the gate there, you can see they are washing their hands. Then they are being checked their temperature. Then from there, they come here and log in to show that they have arrived in the school. And the same message is sent to the parent, indicating that the child has arrived in school. Then they go through the several tables where they are checked. They give their bagging slips for the school fees, and then they report to school. They are ticked in their registers. By evening, we'll be able to know exactly the number of students who have reported in the school. Inside the school, we have also put enough water points where students will be washing their hands daily, where we have put enough soap, and the taps are enough for the students. The only challenge that we may have is the social distance, because we have not built any extra class, but we will cope up with what is there. What we have done, we have customized the protocols for our school.
Well, the deputy principal, Joseph Gitari, of course, just telling us how prepared the school is. And of course, we're just expecting that maybe the other schools are also well prepared, as is in the case in this school. And so you can see the boys are also lining up here. These are the newly constructed water points, and just to ensure that maybe the running water is available. And so you can see that they have already been constructed here, and they're telling us that the watering points are more than 100. We've been just walking around the school and just ascertaining the information we've been given. Remember that according to the laid down Ministry of Health COVID protocols, is that the running water is a mandatory. Of course, if it's not running water, then it should be tanks that are portable, and so they should be refilled from time to time so that the students can ensure that they just sanitize. Of course, just washing their hands oftenly, maybe not, of course, as opposed to the past where they were just washing their hands when they are actually maybe from playing in the fields. But at the moment, it's actually a requirement that they use the running water for oftenly. And so it's quite encouraging here at the Meru School, and according to what we've ascertained here, and of course from what the deputy principal has informed us, they are quite prepared, and we're expecting that maybe the other schools are also following suit to just ensure that the students, the learners, are actually safe in schools. Because remember, after 10 months at their various homes, the least we can expect from the various schools that they are now, of course, reporting back is just we're expecting that they will be safe in those various schools.
Thank you so much, Alan Ochanda, my colleague in Meru County. Day 3 of school reopening, painting for us a picture of how it is in Meru County. But then I'd like us to go back to that discussion about the health crisis that is looming here in the country. And we're having this conversation with the Kenya Union of Clinical Officers Secretary General George Gibo.